Mix 107.5, hit music, and more. Young Cook standing next to you. We've got more guests in the studio right now. Some very special kids from Clovis High School, part of the Educators Rising program. We had Miss Bliss Schluter joining us on the 17th back in January. And we talked about Educators Rising, the awesome program at Clovis High School. At the time, they were getting ready to go to the state conference in Albuquerque. Well, these two kiddos in the studio with us went to the conference, and one of them is moving on and going to Washington, D.C. In the studio with us today, we've got Miss Rylei Manion. Manion? Is it Manion?
It's Manion.
Manion. Miss Rylei Manion and Mr. Mason. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
He is the president of Educators Rising at Clovis High School. I feel like I should have worn a tie, Terry. It's the president. Educators Rising, it's huge. I'm a great president. That's Mason. Is that kind of the vibe?
Yeah, I try. I'm not dressed very fancy either, though. So
no, you guys are on spring break, right? Or no, not yet.
No, we don't go on spring break till next week, or is it the week after? 22nd? I think it's the 22nd.
Oh, okay. Well, it's coming up. You guys have earned it. You guys have been working hard. Mason, what's been going on with Educators Rising? How was the state conference?
State conference was really good. I'm really sad that I missed it last year. We had 12 students from our school. We had sophomores, juniors, and I was the only senior to attend.
Wow.
Which is 4 times the number who went last year. We only had
We had three last year, and I was one of the 3.
And this is a big deal. There was over 300 students that attended from high schools all over New Mexico. And ENMU, NMSU, UNM, and NMHU were all represented by education majors there. So it's a great way. Well, why don't we tell people this, Mason? Why don't we tell people, what is Educators Rising?
It's just a program to, if kids wanted to be a teacher, just to help them get ready for that and introduce them into what they'd be doing.
Now, you're a senior. You're going to be moving on to ENMU next year. What are you looking forward to? What are you going to pursue? You're going to be an educator, I'm assuming.
Yes, I plan to be a secondary education art teacher. That's what I want to do.
Wow, how cool. And Miss Rylei, what about you? You're going to Washington. What's in your future? What do you want to do?
I'm hoping that if I raise enough money and be able to go, but after high school, I really want to go to ENMU or NMSU to be a elementary school teacher teaching between 1st and 3rd grade.
This program is so important because it prepares students like you guys to be the next generation of educators and to continue that. It's such an effort to be an educator, especially in today's world.
Absolutely.
It's not a job that maybe a lot of people want to do, but those of you that want to do it, we salute you. Thank you so much for having that dedication and that passion for education. Even at such a young age, it's really encouraging to see. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Rylei, you took 3rd in creative lecture.
Yeah.
And you qualified for the national competition in Washington, D.C. Rylei now is going to give us a lecture here on Mix 107.5 for the next 30 minutes or so. We're going to be tuned into Rylei, lecturing us on what?
My creative lecture was based on teacher salaries, and I just gave a little more insight about my personal opinion on it and some of the research I did. One of my slides was about the states that had the highest and lowest paying teacher salaries. The highest was in New York, between I think $90,000 and $100,000 a year.
Wow.
And then the lowest, I don't remember what state it was, but I know it was between $34,000 and I think $40,000 a year. So, and I just gave a little insight about why I think teachers should get paid a little bit more, and why, I don't really know. It's just basically giving some facts about it. And even though I know that teachers do sign a contract at the beginning or whenever they start about how much they get paid, I think at the beginning of the year they should talk about it more and bring it more to point of views of the people around them. And I did interview a couple of my teachers about it, and one of my teachers is my 2nd period teacher, and I love her very much. She gave a little insight about it, and that if she wasn't doing this with how she gets paid, she probably wouldn't look forward to doing this career in the future, finding a different job, but she loves her job and I love her so much. So it's just a little bit about everything about teacher salaries and how they're paid and what they do and all the time and effort they put into it.
Well said. Well, you hit it right on the head when you said this is really a career that needs a passion behind it.
Yes.
You have to be passionate. You have to love what you do to be an educator. And they work so hard. They are such an important part of the fabric of our society. We need to make sure that they're treated well.
Absolutely.
So that's an incredible thing to research and present. Way to go. And that's going to give you a really unique perspective as you move on in your own career and, you know, pursue jobs and positions at different places. You're going to have an interesting perspective on all that. Yeah. Congratulations. So that lecture got you into, or you qualified.
Yeah, I qualified to go to nationals in DC.
That's amazing. So when is that happening?
It's in June, I think. End of June.
I got to go to Washington, D.C. when I was in high school for a choir trip. It was a lot of fun. You're going to have a blast. But here's the deal. It's kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah, I would hope so. It is DC. Like, I believe that it's going to be a little pricey on that end.
Right. So you're currently looking at different ways that you can raise money. We need about $3,000 to get you there and back.
Yeah.
We don't want to just get you there. We want you coming back.
I would hope so. I would want to come back. I would miss my dog.
Yeah, $3,000 is the goal. You're going to be doing a couple of different fundraising things.
Yeah.
Around. If anyone is interested in that and following up, they can always get in touch with Miss Bliss Schluter, the teacher and teacher lead of Educators Rising at Clovis High School. She's in the studio with us. Hi, Bliss. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be back. Thanks for having us.
You should be so proud of these kiddos. They've done so good.
I am just beyond proud. We were one of the few groups there that every student we took competed while we were there, and so that's kind of a big deal.
Way to go, Clovis High School. Thank you so much for all the hard work you put in with these kids. Speaking about what Rylei's trying to do, the money that she's being raised, how can we help? What's the best way to get into contact? What's the best way to reach out if somebody out there listening would really like to see her get taken care of?
I think probably emailing me at the high school or calling the high school and leaving a message with me would be probably a good way. I believe the high school's number is 575-769-4350. My email is my name, bliss.schluter. That's SCHLUETER at clovis-schools.org. That would also be a great way to contact me so that we can help Rylei out, because this is a fantastic opportunity for her that doesn't come along every year.
I understand. Absolutely. So go ahead, reach out if you think you can help. Miss Rylei, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I know you're going to get up there, and I know you're going to do great at nationals. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing what the future has in store for you.
I'm excited for what the future has in store.
Mr. Mason, you're headed to ENMU. I went to ENMU, Portales. Are you moving down to Portales, or are you going to be commuting?
I plan to just stay at home.
Good
Probably.
choice. Save some money. Yeah, I commute. I live in Portales. I commute up here every single morning. Just find a really good radio station. Wink, wink. It'll get you through your drive a little easier. You know? Congratulations, and we hope that you go on. I know you're going to go on to do great things. Thank you for all the hard work that you've put in through Educators Rising as president and all that you've done with the organization.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we want to say thank you. This is Educators Rising wants to say thank you to some awesome individuals and organizations that have helped out so much. A big thank you to the Clovis Evening Lions Club for their generous donation. Terry and I happen to be roarers. Roar, indeed. And a big thank you. They want to say thank you to the district and the school for their support and encouragement. And a big thank you to Mr. Zotnek for going along as a driver and chaperone. Are you kidding me? He got to spend some time at Top Golf. He was all about it.
That was so much fun. I highly recommend it.
I've never done Top Golf. It looks like a blast.
You should do it.
It was my first time. I got second place.
I did really bad, but you should do it.
Very cool. And a big thank you to all the parents for supporting their kids in this endeavor. Educators, it's just Educators Rising is such an important program. It prepares these kiddos for the future, for that next generation of educators, and that's what we absolutely need in our community. Rylei, Mason, Miss Bliss, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us again.
Absolutely. Mix 107.5, hit music, and more. Head on over to the Clovis High School Facebook page. Make sure to leave them a like and a follow so you know what's going on at Clovis High School, and keep it right here on the Mix. Mix 107.5. We've got Terry's Hot or Not coming up quick.